We look forward to launching a new strategic plan which is going to give OSK a milestone in the area of programming, in the area of mission and formation, in the area of family and youth ministry, and also justice and peace, just among the many programs that we continue bringing in the association.
But how has the Catholic Care for Children in Kenya and the Catholic Care for Children in Zambia impacted on family and youth ministries?
LSKCCK main goal is for holistic family and community-based care, and to reduce recourse to institutional care so that children grow up in safe and loving families or communities. LSKCCK first of all began by creating awareness to all religious men and women and other lay Christians to know that there is need for children to grow up in loving and safe families or communities. We have seen for many years many children being neglected, abandoned, and some running to the streets because of conflicts in families. These children end up in sisters' institutions, either in rescue centers or children homes or orphanages. And we feel there is a need of really empowering sisters to know and learn how they can also professionally care and protect for children.
We have Catholic Care for Children in Zambia, CCZ. Through the pilot facilities, 41 children have been reunited with families in the Lufwanyama and Livingstone. ZAS is working with St. Martin Children's Home and Luwase Home respectively. ZAS through CCZ is part of the broader Catholic Care for Children national initiative promoting the nurturing and care of children in families by working with child care facilities, Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, and 5 other partners that are promoting family-based care in the country, including UNICEF. ZAS is among these partners that are promoting deinstitutionalization of children by promoting reintegration effort and push the agenda of family-based care as opposed to institution. ZAS is engaging the religious and the clergy on the need to change the model of care of all Catholic-affiliated residential child care facilities in the country, so that institutional care is only possible as a last resort.
Catholic Care for Children in Uganda program was born mainly to transition from institution care towards child growing up in safe, stable, and nurturing families or family-like environments.
The association also equips youth with vocational and entrepreneurial training to mold them to be active job creators rather than job seekers.
Our young people have been able to obtain trainings in different areas. Firstly, the psychosocial support. These forums were held within the 11 AUs that the program is being implemented, and the young people are able to be taught on various topics that appear to be a challenge to them. These topics included drug and substance abuse, sexuality, youth and technology, parental and youth relationship, teenage pregnancies, among other topics that are crucial to our young people today. Realizing that young people today have no means of income, they have no employment, the SLYI is geared towards supporting our young people to become job creators instead of job seekers. And for this reason, the OSK SLYI invested in training our young people on various topics on entrepreneurship in order to enable them acquire the skills they need for future sustainability.
In addition, we are using another program of the youth program, especially in northern Uganda. We have started with youth out of school, and these youth are between 15 and 25 years. You know, this is the stage where they are transitioning from childhood to adulthood, and that period is challenged by making choices. We established some demonstration gardens, for example, of mushroom growing, and right now we are harvesting mushrooms. The sisters are reporting to be harvesting mushrooms. The sisters are reporting to be already processing juices. They are baking, and the youth that are now being trained on hands are already in the program, and they are doing very well. So for the family ministry, we have started from the children and youth, and I hope it will work out.
In a bid to respond to climate change, ZAS and AOSK have in the past 4 years sensitized communities on the importance of sustainable utilization and management of natural resources for the benefit of the future generation. Hence, translating Pope Francis' encyclical of Laudato Si into tangible programs and interventions aimed at raising critical awareness in conservation of Mother Nature.
This program looks forward to a better society, and therefore when we talk about integrity of creation and justice and peace, these are both like intertwined. Injustices to creation or to nature is an injustice to humanity. When AOSK was founded, Justice and Peace, they couldn't reach to the grassroots, and thus they trained women peacemakers. And across the 25 dioceses, these women have been champions of injustices, championing these issues, and they too champion the injustices we do to the environment.
And then on integrity of creation, we are dealing so much on preservation of nature, restoration of nature, sensitizing the communities, the religious communities, to begin with what they have. If they are advocating for environmental protection and restoration of nature, to begin from the activities we are involved in. There is a lot of tree planting going on. There is a lot of also garbage and sewage management to ensure that there is no pollution. And also we have done these sensitizations, and we continue on radios, through workshops, through seminars, and other presentations whenever we are called upon. The department that is involved is even sensitizing the priests and other stakeholders to ensure that priests, when they are with Christian communities, they also pass on the message. We are trying to develop also what is called eco-spirituality. Eco-peace projects in schools and institutions, and then waste management and control, still in schools. Then the last part of Acweca plenary outcome, again which is part of ARU's strategic plan, was on organizational development. On this one, we are ARU right now is going through an institutional assessment which started a year ago. And within that period of 4 years, we have developed policies which have helped us put in place systems to run the association efficiently.
The financial department coordinates with other units to ensure effective implementation of different activities.
So we have run a number of trainings to provide basic financial management and principle to these key stakeholders that I've talked about. We have also had a successful management of all the donor fundings, and as a result we have retained a number of donors. We have also introduced a savings scheme for Acweca, because we know that we need to be sustainable as an organization. We have provided mentorship and coaching to a number of associations who
their finances were not very strong in terms of handling. We have also established a strong donor relationship because of the transparent accountability that we have been providing.
With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, the association also took up the initiative to sensitize members on the pandemic and reached out to the sick and elderly community members in different regions.
In response to COVID-19, the association joined effort with the rest of the country, and between 2019 and 2021, it aired radio programs on COVID-19, donated personal protective equipment, PPEs, to vulnerable and marginalized communities. Intervention on measures to mitigate the impact and the spread of COVID-19 are in place to date.
I envision that the sisters are going to be signs of hope to our suffering world, and especially during this time of COVID pandemic. It has led to so many challenges: emergency in health, poverty, loss of jobs, helplessness, the impact it has had on our ministries. So this theme, I think it has come the right time to be signs of hope, prophetic women in our church and in our world, at least to give people hope and not to give up in spite of what COVID is doing and has done to the whole world.
All this has been with the support from Hilton Foundation, JHR Foundation, Porticus, Missio, Catholic Relief Services, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Community Development and Social Services, and other like-minded partners that have come on board as stakeholders in the ministries of the association.
I would encourage the women religious to really reflect a lot about our religious life, our religious calling, and ask ourselves, are we authentic? Are we living authentic religious life today? How is the contemporary world affecting us? Have we reduced in our witness? Witnessing Christ, witnessing the good news to the people, living the mission of Christ, conforming our lives in the life of Jesus. I think this is what I would like all religious to reflect on and pray for deep conversion so that we become true prophets today. By examining our formation, initial and ongoing, and reaching out to the families, to the youth, also working for justice and peace and integration of creation, and also sustainability of our institutes. This is my message for you today.